Happy Monday, everyone. This is Martha with Nature Niche. And for this week's post, I'm going to round out my bird-friendly theme by talking to you about how you can make your outdoor holiday decorations bird-friendly. If you are using live trees for indoor Christmas trees, things like that, don't forget to check for hitchhikers before you bring them inside. Owls, bats, and other critters might be taking shelter in those trees. There was a northern saw-whet owl that was trapped in the iconic Christmas tree at the Rockefeller Center recently, and it ended up dehydrated and hungry, but otherwise they were able to rehab it and release it. So make sure you inspect the live tree material you're using for your decorations well before you bring them inside. Second, you want to avoid materials that can entangle birds. So things like fake snow, sparkly loose netting, things with lots of wires that could catch wing feathers and feet and things like that. That the wildlife can get caught and die from exposure in those instances, suffer from dehydration and hunger, and toxins can build up where their circulation is cut off from being entrapped. So there was a story about another saw-whet owl whose wing was caught in loose woven fabric of a Halloween decoration. And that one didn't make it because of the toxins that built up with the circulation being cut off. Third, you want to check your Christmas lights and other decorations regularly that you have outside, looking for exposed metal wire, sharp edges that could cut wildlife, and then signs of wildlife chewing on or entrapment. So make sure you're monitoring your outdoor decorations regularly, and make sure you're using outdoor rated lights and outdoor rated extension cords. Fourth, you want to avoid synthetic garlands, wreaths, and ornaments, especially those that look natural and may attract wildlife, like fake mistletoe, plastic winterberry sprigs, and fake pine cones. The birds, obviously, if we think they look real, the birds can also get confused. So here are some examples of what not to use. This is obviously modeled after winterberry or Michigan holly. But you can see those are made out of foam and covered in glitter. So that is a holiday decoration best used inside. Here's an example of, fake snow on fake pine cones. So a lot of birds will forage into cones looking for the seeds. So again, best to use inside. And here's an example of fake juniper. So these little berries look very realistic, and we don't want our wild birds ingesting any of those. So while those decorations may be fun, best used inside rather than for your outdoor decorations. So it is okay to use artificial things like up on your door or your porch where wildlife is less likely to be foraging. But you really want to keep those fake berries and fruits, nuts and seeds away from outdoor trees, shrubs, and open areas where our wild birds are likely to forage. Especially if you have bird feeders up, your birds are already predisposed to be searching for and finding food, and you really want to avoid putting out fake decorations that mimic natural foods in those areas. Fifth, you can use real natural plant-based decorations instead, and I have some examples of that. It's a great way to add beauty and cheer to your home and yard and support our wild birds at the same time. So examples would be using, further south, real mistletoe. That's a favorite treat of many of our migratory songbirds like bluebirds and evening grosbeaks. Winterberry or Michigan holly, and fuzzy sumac fruits. So here's an example of that. Our wild sumac species, as well as viburnum High bush cranberry. Has nice persistent red fruits. And American holly. All nice, real plant material that's safe for the birds to eat. Fun to decorate with, adds a nice bright red pop to your holiday decorations. And it's a great emergency food source for the birds. You can also use things like native roses. Make sure you're not collecting multiflora rose. We don't want the birds eating that and spreading that invasive around. And avoid Oriental bittersweet, another invasive. Grapevine and evergreens, so things like fir, like this is a real fir wreath, spruce, pine, real juniper. This is beautiful real juniper that can be used for holiday decorations. Northern white cedar. This is some incense cedar. And then real pine cones are a great way to do your outdoor decorating. You can also get creative with twigs and collect. This is some pussy willow, some paper birch, and red twig dogwood. All make great structural elements for your outdoor holiday decorations. And you can later harvest these things when you're done with your decorations and add them to your wildlife brush piles. For more details on doing brush piles for wildlife, check out Monday with Martha number 127. And just when you're using natural plant-based decoration material, remember to try to source it as locally as you can from reputable nurseries and nursery dealers that have the right licenses and they get inspected. And that's to help minimize potentially inadvertently spreading pests and diseases, moving that plant material around. And then sixth and last, if you decorate with native berry producing plants, you want to make sure that your home and yard are free of hazards that may endanger the wild birds. So domestic cats or feral cats, if you have them, might not be a good idea to use bird attractive holiday decor outside. Make sure you're adding window clings, decals, or taking other steps to minimize window collisions. And when you're decorating with attractive fruits, make sure they're either right up against the windows within 3 feet or more than 30 feet away to keep the birds as safe as possible. And for more details on minimizing window collisions, you can check out Monday with Martha number 78. So I hope this gives you some good ideas, and have fun with your outdoor holiday decor and doing so in a bird-friendly manner. Take care and have a good week.